to sort of show that that first run fresh wasn't just a one-off.
13 is Tropez Power, one of a couple in the race for Mark Walford. Needs to rediscover his form though, Tropez Power, and he'll be a big price.
Horse number 5, It Just Takes Time for Mark Walford and Jack Garrity, is a two-time winner here. He's been holding his own in some competitive handicaps this season. He was below his best last time out at Thirst, but this is a real drop down in level, which could find him that little bit more competitive.
7 is next. This is Navaggio for James Horton, only a 4th run of the season for him. He's had a light campaign. Ran respectably at Sandown last time out to finish 4th. It was very testing ground, a race where they finished strung out, so although he was beaten a long way, it wasn't a particularly poor run. He's dropped another £2 for that, and he's becoming well handicapped.
Number 12, Time Tells All for Declan Carroll and Zach Wheatley. This horse has had 2 wins this season, but both coming over 10 furlongs. The drop to 7.5 is a bit of a shot in the dark, but this horse hasn't raced over a distance this short since his maiden days, so I'm slightly unconvinced about that. He does look well in himself.
4 is a War Eagle, very consistent this year, and his sole win so far did come over this course and distance as well. A couple of second place finishes since then, keeps creeping up the handicap, but he's a 3-year-old certainly on an upward curve.
And number 1 is Pearl Eye for Gay Kellaway and Connor Beasley, having the second start for this trainer. He is a 7-time winner when he was with Darrell Holland, including a shock winner of the Spring Mile when he was awarded the win due to interference. He hasn't been able to reconfirm that, and the form has dipped. He's down a couple of pounds, and he's got to really re-find his best.
Key player is next, One Night Thunder, winner of his last 2 starts. Seeking to complete the hat-trick of wins this afternoon, One Night Thunder. He's still a well-handicapped horse off a mark of 80, given his exploits much earlier in his career. Gemma Tutty seems to have got him on the right path now, and I thought he won at Carlisle last time out despite making his own running.
And number 9 is Bowen Island, got the blinkers on for the first time for Kevin Ryan and Tom Eves. This horse is down a couple of pounds for his recent weak enough effort. He is another course and distance winner from earlier this season. He needs to bounce back to that, and let's see if these blinkers will just aid him.
8 is Mystery of the Sands, another course and distance winner. Not at his best last time out at Haydock, but generally he's had a good season. Really fine looking horse, and he's holding his condition really well. He's had an excellent year.
And that brings us back to Catalyze. He does still have the cheap pieces on, I was right. And that makes up all of them. A big field here for this handicap.
just seen Elegant Erin win there, taking what was a small field but a competitive little race. Good sprint, and we are now on the round course over 7 furlongs. This is the Fango handicap, One Night Thunder 9-4, 5-1 the War Eagle, and it just takes time, 9-2 now. Mystery of the Sands 17-2, 11-1, and Navajo, Catalaz 12s, it's 12s, Pink Azalea, Bowen Island 16s, along with Time Tells All, 18s and bigger, the rest. One Night Thunder is favourite here for this 7 furlong contest. Here's Jess.
Yeah, thank you very much. A good deep field for this race, and One Night Thunder is the obvious place to start, Martin, because this horse is seeking a hat-trick of victories. He's won 2 Class 5s at Carlisle this month already. He's up £10, and this is his 3rd run in 3 weeks. This is tougher, but he's obviously in a great vein of form. Sam James on board, the son of Night of Thunder, and I assume he'll want a strong pace to aim at and just continue on this great trajectory he's in.
Yeah, well, a lot sets up well for him, doesn't it? I think we've got pace for him to follow today. He ended up making his own running at Carlisle. I don't think that suited him as well as the time before when he got a lead through the early part of the race and he settled a little bit better, and he was more impressive for his penultimate win than he was last time out. But he dug deep last time to get the back-to-back wins in the bag. Drawn in stall 1 today, as I say, there's pace to follow, but it is definitely a stronger race than those that he's been winning, so he's going to have to continue his rise back up, isn't he? He's been a much higher rated horse in the past, still well handicapped on his best form, but as I say, this is competitive. It just takes time. Has certainly got a good chance as well, likes the track, likes a little bit of ease in the ground, easier conditions for It Just Takes Time than he's had on quite a few occasions this year, and he's another with a good draw. And then we've got some really informed ones as well, a War Eagle who's been steadily improving, and Pink Azalea who's won 3 of her last 4 starts as well. So there's plenty in here that you can give a bit of a chance to.
Yeah, a War Eagle's one I did like. 4-11 was slightly concerning, but he's ultra consistent. Hasn't been out of the frame this year, but he just keeps creeping up the handicap for not winning, which is always a bit frustrating. But ultimately, he's got a great attitude, and he's just always guaranteed to run his race. He
has been, hasn't he, this year? Yeah, as you say, the draw makes it a bit trickier, and I'd be a bit concerned, like you, about the keeping rising the weights. He's now £8 higher than for that length win in June over this course and distance, and it's just whether there's much juice left in that handicap mark now of 82. I'm not certain that there is, and there are some well handicapped horses in this race. My marginal preference would be for It Just Takes Time, because I think he'll be in the right position, and I think he's been crying out to go back up slightly in trip and onto slightly easier ground, and that's the combination that he finds himself with today.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the good form on testing going, as you can see from his profile, will help. Mystery of the Sands was a bit of a mystery, as I thought potentially he just might have ruined his chances early on in his race at Haydock last time. He just reared as the gates opened. I don't know if that was enough to rule him out of the race, but he definitely didn't show up, and his form from the middle part of the summer is actually pretty decent, and he's a course and distance winner.
Yeah, he's won twice here, hasn't he, this year, Mystery of the Sands. He does have that habit of missing the break a little bit sometimes. He can just get a little bit fractious in the stalls and then miss a beat at the start, and he's drawn in 12, and it's a much bigger field than the last time he came here to Beverley, which was a successful run in a 3-runner race. You wouldn't want to be getting sort of too far out of position, I don't think, around here in this field. So there's a few concerns there, and I suppose it's also been a long year for Mystery of the Sands. He's been on the go a long time.
Pink Azalea, as you mentioned, horse number 11 is interesting. The Quinn team already had a winner earlier. This filly's been ridden £14 since July, 3 wins from 4, and she also seems to thrive on soft ground, but she's easy enough to back around 14-1, with Mason Patel coming in for the ride and taking 5 off. She does have a wide draw of 13, but they're all in. Let's head up to Malcolm for commentary.
Fango, a handicap stakes. Navajo just a little bit slow to go. Good start by It Just Takes Time, moves away well in the purple and red to the inside. Also racing prominently in the blue headgear is Bowen Island as they settle down through the first furlong or so. Tucked in behind the pace, racing in 3rd place is Trope Power, who's tight on the fence. Catalyze just a little bit deeper with War Eagle, and that little group is followed through by King of Fury in the yellow and black. One Night Thunder races centre pack in front of Pink Azalea, who's next in the field, and then Time Tells All, who's sitting well back in the pack. Falkeen is well back, so too is a slow starting Navaggio. Mystery of the Sands is another one towards the back of the field, and so too is Pearl Eye, who would be 15 lengths off the pace as they race to the foot of the hill. 3.5 furlongs to go past halfway. It just takes time to the inside. The blue headgear of Bowen Island racing second. Star Jacket Trope Power to the inside is third from Catalyze. One Night Thunder in the brown and beige starts to make headway towards the inside. King of Fury just behind the pace. They're followed by Time Tells All. Mystery of the Sands needs room, so does King of Fury. And it just takes time off the front by 3 parts of a length to Trope Power giving chase. One Night Thunder's now in the clear. Catalyze trying to pick up, so too Mystery of the Sands. Navaggio kept going from the back. They're inside the final furlong now. It just takes time trying to fend them off from the front. One Night Thunder still attacking towards the near side. Inside the final 100 yards, it just takes time responding to pressure. It just takes time. Makes all. One Night Thunder for second, tight third. Navaggio went past in front of Trope Power.
It just takes time, gets the better of One Night Thunder, and Navaggio is home in third, but it just takes time. He was given a forward ride, and it has really been the benefit for him with Jack Garrity on board. And One Night Thunder has denied the opportunity to have the hat-trick of victories. It was going ever so well for Sam James, but this horse, it just takes time, was really enjoying life out there and knows his way around Beverley to good effect. He's been seen here in the past, and he's shown that again, coming back here with a bit of give in the ground, and he doesn't want to be passed. Yeah,
he's a cracking horse. He's won so many races for Mark Walford over the last 3 seasons. He's been a real money spinner for Connections, and he's held off a really banging form horse in One Night Thunder, who travels really well in behind. We'll get a look at the head on. I don't think you could call him unlucky, really, because he got moved out into the clear in enough time, didn't he? He wasn't really interrupted at all, and I think It Just Takes Time has just held on grimly and shown a good attitude when he's come under pressure to dig in as well as he has. But